Welcome. I'm John Canopener.
And I'm James Wang.
And together we are Rock Hard. And today is a very bad day.
Yeah. God damn it.
We just got done watching 28 years later. And no bueno. No bueno, senor.
No puppy, senor.
We're not going to give like a million things away just in case you want to go check it out yourself, but God damn it. Let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
Okay. The first, 20 minutes?
28 minutes?
Maybe the first 28 minutes?
Maybe the first 28 minutes?
Perhaps.
Next sequel? First 28 minutes?
28 seconds later?
20 seconds later.
But yeah, that was when it felt the most like a 28 years later movie. Or 28 days later. Whatever you want to call it. The 28 movies.
28 movies, yes.
Anyway, this in the beginning, in the first 28 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It was very reminiscent of past films, but just in a different a different type of what do you call it? Like war zone or whatever, a different type of battlefield than we're used to seeing. Like we usually see buildings and shit. This is all in the woods and
it kind of goes
like post-apocalyptic kind of.
Yeah, because even the first one was in the city, but then they were also kind of in woodsy areas. And the second one,
shit, yeah.
Countryside. And the second movie, they were in the city, and then this one kind of went back. And it's just strictly in the woods and stuff, and yeah,
it's just desolate, except for this one island of people.
That they inhabited this one small island off and away from the mainland.
And it's pretty cool. There's a road to get to the mainland, but it disappears every day with the tide. So
once there's a high tide, you fucking can't swim across it because you get taken out to the ocean.
When it's low tide though, you just walk right across that shit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But once we get going, bruh, once we get introduced to the new zombies. Which at first they were scary, but once the movie starts taking the direction it's going in, they get kind of they're not as scary to me as the other ones. I'm just gonna be real.
No,
there's fat, gross ones, and they're weird. I'm sorry, they're big, slimy, baby-looking things, and especially the actual baby-looking one.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you just have regular infected, raged people.
But they're all naked.
They're all naked, and they're all just they look like any normal fucking zombie or non-zombie from this whole franchise. There's nothing. They're just naked. That's it, and they're just dirty because they're in the woods and shit. That's about it. Nothing really changed about those ones.
They just look like cavemen.
Pretty much, yeah.
Running around, especially one really big one, which you guys already know. There's a big one in here.
Is it a big guy? Yeah, big guy and
big one. You know what I mean?
And a big one.
I'm even gonna make that joke because it's all over the internet. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure you guys seen the memes already. But
yeah, that was strange. The reasoning for certain things to take place was strange. Sometimes the best characters come towards the end of the film.
Yeah,
and you're kind of left wanting more, which I guess is a good thing. But with a movie like this, that you kind of seen these kind of premises before in different environments. But yeah, I think that's why my expectations were pretty high.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say.
There's been so much time, and we just got done watching both 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. We made a video for 28 Days Later, but we didn't do it for 28 Weeks Later. Our work schedule's been fucking crazy lately.
Yeah.
But we did watch it though, and yeah, that both of those are so much more better than this. This, I don't want to. They leave it open for the sequel, and there's another one coming pretty quick.
Next year or something.
They filmed them back to back. So I guess I'll see where this goes, but I wish I was looking forward to it more.
Yeah.
You know?
I really don't have much to say about it too. I was from the story that we got in this movie, it wasn't what I was expecting. And in fact, it just made me not really care as much anymore. I thought I was going to go in one way, and we all thought I was going to go one way, but then it just went a completely different route. And I was just
yeah, the way it starts, if it was like that for the whole movie, God, we would have had a movie, folks.
Yeah, it would have been way better. But then we just got something completely different, and it just, I just wanted to see. I was like, I mean, it sucks to say it, but the whole time I was like, let's just wrap this shit up. Like
Same.
It kind of lost me after a while.
There's some really gross stuff in here just to be gross, kind of. And there's some stuff that's interesting. That's why I'm saying I'm looking forward to getting some more of certain characters in the next one. It ended so fucking wacky that I have
like a little too artsy fartsy.
I have no idea what the hell's coming next. Why were they so clean? Like, that's the part I don't get. Like, are you guys just coming here? Or I don't know.
Yeah.
You'll see when you go watch it. I guess go throw $1 at it, because it does have a lot of. It is at times. It does feel like a 28.
Yeah,
days
like
later.
and so I feel like personally like with the way like they shot the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that fucking guy, but just like seeing the second movie and then seeing this one, that you can tell like they stayed true to that type of style of like the way they were just making the movie.
Some grittiness.
Yeah.
Kind of like they want you to feel like you're there with the camera work, kind of a thing.
Yeah, and that was like the only thing I liked about the movie too, which like the fact like there were some scenes. I'm sure you guys know already, but they did film some of the movie with an iPhone. And that was kind of interesting because, especially for the up close shots, it did look grainy. All right, we had a little bit of technical difficulties right there.
Bugs here.
But anyway, as I was saying, that was like the only thing I liked about that movie was just the fact that they just used a phone to record it. Yeah.
I really wish I was more excited.
Yeah, me too.
I hate it when I don't like a movie. I really do.
Especially from you had like 2 fucking good movies before this.
Yeah, but I don't even like talking when I don't like a movie. You know what I mean? Because it's so much more fun and it's so much more like engaging.
Yeah.
I don't want to point out like a million things wrong with it. A lot of the gory kind of gross stuff kind of reminds me of Hills Have Eyes. So if you guys are like into the Hills Have Eyes, the remakes, the most recent ones, when you go watch those, part 1 and part 2, like they're gross. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what you're in for.
You get shit like that in here. That's kind of like, ew, it's pushing boundaries, but it's going somewhere. So I'm like, okay, cool, but now I'm kind of like, yeah, I just kind of okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's just get it. Yeah, and again, it sucks to say that because like, yeah, I don't really like talking about a movie if I don't like it because it's like I have nothing else to say besides like I just like the way it was shot and that's about it. And up until a certain point, I liked it. Yeah, but for the rest of the movie, I was just like, all right, let's just see where this
Everyone
goes.
acts their ass off too.
Yeah,
Everyone does a great job.
It was
There's like not a reason not to like this. I don't.
Just the writing kind of sucked a little bit. It lost me.
Am I just being that little pussy that just I wanted it my way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God damn it. Is it really that fucking hard? But yeah, maybe I'm just being that little bitch, but I don't think so. I think this movie sucks. I'm gonna watch 28 Days Later for sure again, and I would watch 28 Weeks Later right after.
Yeah,
I
those are 2 solid movies.
1-2 combo there.
And then 28 years later, and then we have the next one was called like the Boneyard or the Bone Zone. What the fuck is it called? Boneyard, Bone Zone, or whatever. Bone Tower, something. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, the Bone Zone.
The Bone Zone, hell yeah.
And believe me, we are looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna answer some questions that I still need because like I said, that character that comes in way later is probably the most interesting out of everybody here. And if it's called the the Bone Temple, and that's his little creation, then yeah, I want to see where we're going here. It's a little Last of Us, kind of. A little bit. I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. You kind of seen this kind of shit like recently, like a lot. So I'm just kind of like over and like, oh,
like The Walking Dead, kind of too.
Quiet Place, shit like that.
It's like a hybrid of different like movies and shit we've already seen before into this movie.
It's just like another one of those.
And then
God, this long just to do this.
And then they just tried adding different types of infected people just to give it a little bit of a difference, and it's like, well, that's the only big difference.
Yeah, they've evolved.
They evolved, yeah.
But I don't even know how they became this way. There's like different races of them or something. Different species? I don't know. Because why are some fucking fat and gross and others are like tall and I don't know.
Huge. It's huge.
We're talking cucumber down there.
Yeah. 3rd leg. Tripod. Baby arm. Yeah.
It's gross. It's all CG.
Like that's in my contract. Like, yo, you gotta make me look huge, bro. You gotta make me look huge.
Alrighty. Well, you have anything else, man?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
Final thoughts? Go see it or don't.
I would say kind of like what you said earlier. Like maybe this one is like not to go rush out to go see it, but definitely watch it if it comes on streaming. It might happen sometime soon, or rent it when it comes to streaming. But I feel like it's worth a watch, but not like you need to go fucking see it in theaters like right now. It's not like that type of hype. But I do feel like watch it, but maybe on streaming at your own, comfort of your own home or whatever.
And maybe if you haven't seen 28 Days or 28 Weeks Later,
go watch those ones.
I would say don't.
Don't. Oh yeah.
Because you don't want anything to compare it to. Maybe you'll forget a lot of shit, and then once this one comes on, you're like, oh shit, this is cool.
Yeah.
Because we just watched those two, and so we compare them like back to
night and day. Yeah.
Oh, anyway, so we might have fucked ourselves, but you should be able to watch the other ones before. Isn't that what you do? You get pumped.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what we did with Scream.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
All that shit. Yeah.
Anyway, well, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate every single one of you. And if you have subscribed, God bless you.
Thank you.
We will never ask, but if you have, it means a lot to us. And we'll see you on the next one. But for right now, this is Rock Hard out.
Beans, rice, and Jesus Christ. Bitches.
Toodles.
Fucking toodles.